Welcome to the Sidelines PH podcast, where we talk anything and everything about sports. My name is Emar Villar, and I will be your host. Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another episode of the Sidelines PH. My name is MR Villar, and today we have a very special guest. This special guest of ours is a freelance filmmaker and a photographer, but he is also a parkour athlete. In fact, he is part of the Philippine Parkour Free Running Association, and he's actually recently invited to the World Parkour Competition in Tokyo. However, COVID happened. So I guess it's postponed, no? And ayun, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you our guest for tonight, Mr. Jolo Marcelo.
Hello everyone.
Hello,
Nice to be
Yolo.
here.
How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good,
Very
good, good.
excited to be here.
How's COVID treating you so far?
Badly. I'm going
Badly.
out of my
Badly.
mind.
What
I'm
do
a
you
person who goes outside a lot.
What do you currently do right now? Like, dahil nga COVID tayo.
What's this? Aside from studying more on my craft,
Mhm.
I've been playing a lot of Valorant. And I used to
Okay.
be a gamer talaga. So, yun
Ah.
talaga passion ko right now.
Sa gaming. Gaming pa rin. Okay. Sige, ganyan talaga no? You really have to channel all of that energy and, try to be, well, you can be productive while playing games naman, no? So, whatever
Fair
makes
enough.
you happy, right? Sige. So, I'm really curious, no? Parkour. What is parkour? Kasi ako, when I hear of parkour, what I normally think of are the highlights, the flips, the jumps. No? So what really is parkour?
Well, what most people think, yeah, like what you just said, is the highlights of running on rooftops,
Yeah.
jumping,
Mm-hmm.
everything. But what parkour actually is just locomotion or movement, which
Mm.
everyone can do. I mean, lahat naman tayo gumagalaw, di ba?
Yeah, correct.
Naglalakad and everything. It's been developed from method de natural or natural movement,
Oh,
basically
okay.
it.
Okay. So when you say parkour, any human movement. Yes?
Yes, because our
Ah,
body is a tool for movement.
I see. So, whenever there's a parkour competition, is it a race or is it more of judges look at the form, the art, the function, the
Well, it's
locomotion.
basically both because there's three categories
Mm-hmm.
for competition.
Mm-hmm.
One is speed, which you're set on a course
Okay.
with different points, and
Okay.
then you get to the end and you clock in with the time. And
Gets. Okay.
then the second one is more freestyle,
Mm-hmm.
so appreciating the art form that is parkour with flips and all kinds of movements.
Okay.
Then the last one is skill. It's more technical with it's kind of like horse. You're given a set of movements to do
Okay.
and you're only given 3 shots to do it. If you can do it perfectly, that's
Mm-hmm.
how they'll judge you on it.
I see. So, someone does a movement and you have to follow it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, just like parang naisip ko agad X Games eh. X Games, di ba, pag may race and then there's freestyle. Like, in terms of BMX, di ba, may race na BMX, tapos may freestyle na BMX na yung mga tumatayo dun sa upuan, yung sa front wheel.
Yeah.
Ayan. So, that's how I saw it. No? Yung kung ano yung mga different types of competitions in parkour. Sige. So, not a lot of people are into it, no? I mean,
Mm.
'di ba? Dito sa Philippines lalo parang wala masyado. Um so I'm curious what made you take up parkour?
Well, like I was saying a while ago, medyo gamer nga ako.
Mhm.
I didn't really have any background on sports or
Mhm.
anything. I grew up playing Dota and I guess longboarding would be the only sport I had, but I wasn't really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I just tried it,
Okay.
but I played Assassin's Creed,
Mm-hmm.
Prince of Persia,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
and if you've seen Mirror's Edge, yun. And then so I checked online if is it possible to do that in real life.
Yeah.
Then there I stumbled upon parkour. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Google. Then I
Mm-hmm.
also checked out if there's any in the Philippines, and
Uh-uh.
then lo and behold, the group that I'm with,
Yeah.
Philippine Parkour Freerunning Association, does workshops on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I signed up for the class, and then I got in, and everything started from there.
I
I
see.
believe that was 2011 October.
So matagal ka na pala nagpa-practice ng
Yeah,
parkour, no? So
about nine
almost a
years.
almost a
Yeah,
decade.
almost 9 years.
Yeah. Na ano ko, na curious ulit ako. There's Philippine Parkour Free Running Association. Is there a difference between parkour and free running?
Before there was a big debate on it
Yeah.
worldwide on
Okay.
parkour and free running isn't the same. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, parkour is a French term, and free running is just the translation for it.
Oh, I
Yes.
see. I see. Who or what were your influences in taking up the sport? So, well, aside from, syempre, you saw Assassin's Creed. Have you ever done the leap of faith?
Yes, I
Yes.
have.
Seryoso ba yan?
But of course, in a very safe environment.
Okay, 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 okay. So what else were your inspirations or your
uh,
influences aside
I'm
from
a
the video
big fan
games?
of Spider-Man, so
Oh,
that
okay.
really hit me
Okay.
off. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, if you've seen Casino Royale,
No, I
that
haven't. I
movie
haven't.
had.
I
Oh,
haven't. I haven't.
really?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should. That's a very old James Bond. Well, not really very old. I mean, they're
Yeah.
older James Bond movies.
Yes,
But
yes.
that actually sparked a lot of people to practice parkour because of
Oh,
the parkour scenes in it.
okay. In terms of the current landscape of parkour here in the Philippines, are there a lot of people or how many people are currently practicing it? Or like for example, dun sa association nyo, how many members do you have?
Like there's a lot of members, like 100 people, but
Oh,
like they're
okay.
not all active anymore.
I
Like
see.
I could name about 13 people who's active with parkour.
Mm-hmm. Just
Uh,
13 from your group.
yeah, from our group, yeah.
Okay.
And then I also mentioned there's Parkour Philippines. We actually made a partner group, which is Philippine Parkour Community,
Mm-hmm.
just to practice parkour as a whole with the
Okay.
entire Philippines.
Okay. Okay. Sige.
And with the landscape of things, compared to when I started, it's pretty much, I guess, dying maybe, but we're trying to keep it alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because from before, what we call our sessions, our jams, parkour jams, we have it every weekend where we
Mm-hmm.
just go to a chosen location, like let's say Intramuros or BGC,
Mm-hmm.
and then we teach for free every Sunday. But well, we continue to do that till COVID happened.
Okay.
But unlike before, where there's like 20 to 30 people show up, now we only have like 5 to 10 people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, after this quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
people will be eager to move or learn something,
Yeah.
and it will give it a life start again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think is the reason as to why parkour is, as you said, dying?
I guess there's not much interest with parkour as before because a lot of things are more available to you online or through convenience of your home. Like, how can I say? When we were kids, we'd all go out, right? And
Ah,
then
okay, okay.
right now, we're all conditioned to stay at home,
I see.
especially even truer with the quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not that much interest to go outside and do something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, hmm, when you say parkour, there's this negative notion of it being a dangerous sport
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or something that you wouldn't be trying out unless you were crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's that stigma there too. But it's actually a wrong stigma, as parkour is quite safe
Mm-hmm.
and all injuries are exactly like any other sport.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
only got injured, uh, sprained ankles. I think
Mm-hmm.
the only broken bone I have is clavicle, which is the most common bone injury you'll have your entire life.
Mm-hmm. Which leads me to my next question. What are some of the other misconceptions about parkour?
Other misconceptions is that when you start out, it's like fast paced and you're like already jumping on buildings and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the actual thing is what we believe in parkour is progression,
I see.
and our number one rule is safety. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
before you can do anything on like any different height or let's say rooftops,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to do them on flat ground,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
right? And if I told you to jump a gap of like let's say 10 feet,
That's far, man.
I mean I that's far, yeah. I could do that, but I've been training for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah. When I started out, I could barely jump like 4 feet because I wasn't active as a kid.
Yeah, because you were playing
I
games.
was I was playing games.
Yeah.
I just persevered and progressed.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I'm like the last person you'd pick in gym class.
I see.
Yeah.
Kapag may mga basketball na team, ikaw ang huli. Ganun ba yun? Okay lang sa'yo? Okay lang sa'yo yun?
Well, I had games before, but
Okay.
now
Yeah.
I'm proving things wrong. I
Okay.
can do a lot of things now which other people can't do.
Can't do. Yan.
Yeah.
Actually, yan ang magandang pambawi, no? Magandang pambawi yan.
And
If
another
go.
yeah. Another notion what people think is like it's all about the flips and stuff. So when
Mhm.
people see me do parkour outside, people first thing they'll ask me, "Can you do a backflip?" I could, yes, I can, but that isn't what parkour is.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, flips are fun and all, but there's more to it. Like what I was saying a while ago, proper jumping.
Mhm.
Those are the basics which people have to learn.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't even know that there is a proper way to jump.
Yeah, I was really so for the listeners, yeah, before we got online or before we recorded this one, we were talking about the basics of parkour, and one of the things that he said was the proper way of jumping. Parang ako, mayroon palang proper way of jumping. Ako naman, well, I could say that I am also an athlete dati. Parang ako hindi ko naman iniinda yung jump. I mean, yeah, jump. But meron palang proper way of jumping. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, something that I learned right now. So, galing. What, aside from jumping, from the basics of jumping, ano pa yung kailangan malaman, the basic things?
So another thing is rolling, which
Rolling.
yeah. So if you jump off like let's say the second floor or the third floor
Mm-hmm.
to the ground,
Mm-hmm.
syempre, what people think you'd break your legs, right?
Yeah.
But by rolling, you're actually dissipating that force of that
Mm-hmm.
jump into something that you can take
Mm,
by using a roll.
I see. So, and all of this, gaya nga ng sabi mo, you'll be teaching your students on flat ground muna, no?
Yes, on flat ground
Okay.
where it's
Okay.
safe.
Sige. W- How long or how fast were you able ulit? How fast were you able to pull off like a second floor jump or a 10-foot gap jump?
Well, for me, you need to not only learning the proper techniques, you need to condition your body to be able to take those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As I don't know if the camera can see me, I'm pretty skinny, and
Yeah.
I was a lot skinnier before,
Oh, really?
actually. Yeah, when I started out, so I was more susceptible to injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to condition a lot to
Mm-hmm.
get my body prepared for those second floor jumps, those 10 feet gaps, which I
Yeah.
could do now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, So in parkour, like I was saying, our body is a tool.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta hone your body to
Mm-hmm.
prepare yourself to do everything.
Okay. Are there tournaments here in terms of parkour?
Um, in tournaments here, it's only actually we're the ones who make tournaments,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is just for fun. Um, so we invite people from the people near Metro Manila, or if some people actually. I know I had a friend from Bacolod come over to Manila just to participate in tournament
I see.
when we announced it, which was pretty fun. But yeah, just local tournaments just for fun, and then we fundraise. We look for sponsors to give out prizes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, in the future, we can officiate an actual tournament in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines
Yeah,
when
hopefully,
it
hopefully.
blooms.
Hopefully. And actually that's why I really wanted to do this podcast. I wanted to spotlight some of the other sports that, Filipinos are putting in the shelf, Kasi very accessible dito basketball. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I really love basketball. It's my first love. But ayun, marami pa talagang ibang sports for Filipinos right now. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
parkour can be one of those, no? Hey, wait lang, parkour kasi I remember when I was browsing YouTube, it's parkour is parang associated with Red Bull eh.
Yeah. So there's this uh, yearly tournament for Red Bull. It's called Red Bull Art of Motion, where they invite people from around the world
I see.
to compete in parkour freestyle.
Okay. Who are
Hopefully,
the
one day I get there.
You'll get there, man. You'll get there. Who are the major players I mean, who are the major athletes in parkour?
So there's a lot of different countries, but there's a lot of popular teams. But
Mm-hmm.
if I could name the first one, it's the Pasha Petkuns from Latvia.
Okay.
There's also Nate Weston from America,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Joseph Henderson from UK.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really from all around the world. And
I see.
then someone booming in Asia right now is
Yolo
Boy
Marcelo?
Spin Boy. No, 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 no. Boy
Oh,
Spin Boy from Thailand.
from
Like
Thailand.
that guy's ridiculous.
I see. I see. And how are we with our Asian counterparts? Kahit Southeast Asian counterparts. Like, kaya ba talaga natin
They're
makipagsabayan?
kaya,
Or are we,
kaya, especially
kaya?
with Boy Spin Boy.
Yeah.
He recently competed last year
Mm-hmm.
in Art of Motion, and damn, was his movement on point.
Nice, nice, nice. We'll try to put the link of that run siguro dyan sa baba so that people can take a look at it. Here in the Philippines, who are some of the players that you would, you know, look up to, or who are the most popular practitioners of parkour?
There are two most popular parkour athletes in the
Yeah.
Philippines, which is Kin Reyes,
Ken
but
Reyes.
currently he's in Thailand right now, teaching in a gym there.
Teaching parkour.
Yeah, he's teaching parkour.
I see, I see.
Hmm.
Okay. And
The
the other
video is
one?
still frozen.
Yeah, that's okay.
JP Alvaro.
JP Alvaro.
JP Alvaro is man. This kid, he's amazing. Uh, we can actually do a whole podcast on his life story
Really?
because he's just a kid, a street kid from Luneta.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
One of my mates, Raven Cruz, uh, was just practicing in Lapu Lapu Shrine, if you know that, in
Yeah,
Luneta.
yeah.
Tapos, this kid, he was just watching Raven practice
Mm-hmm,
parkour.
mm-hmm,
And then every week, he would watch him or copy him and bug him to teach him to do parkour.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then, as at first, he was just like an annoyance to Raven
Yeah.
for talagang winilang bahala niya nung simula. Pero as time went on, he saw that the kid was very serious
Mm-hmm,
in wanting to learn parkour,
mm-hmm,
and he just taught him how to do it. And
mm-hmm.
then from there, their friendship grew. and now he actually lives with Raven, parang
Oh.
adopted little brother niya.
Oh, okay, okay.
Raven put him through school rin, and right now he's the strongest parkour athlete in the Philippines right now.
Nice, nice.
And
Something
he's
to
what,
watch out
14
for.
years old?
How
14 years
young?
old?
14 lang. Wow.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I can't even do half of his jumps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sige. Mukhang maganda, no? Magandang panoorin yung highlights yan.
I actually made a short video for a competition in Moment. You know that
Mhm.
brand. Just a snippet on his life. If
Mhm.
you ever want to watch that,
Yeah,
it's
let's
on
put it
YouTube.
in. Let's put it in now. Put it there. Look at the screen. Look at the screen right now. The link is over there. Yeah. All right. Sige. Swerte rin pala na no, you're one of their teammates since you're a filmmaker, you're a photographer. So, some questions, top of mind answers. What's your favorite stunt?
My favorite stunt would be the front flip. It's something that I can do any time of the day.
I see. I see. I
Yeah.
see.
Funny thing is though, when I started learning the front flip, I sucked at it.
Really?
I freaking sucked at it. And then normally we'd try it out in like a gymnastics gym first.
Mhm.
Syempre,
Mhm.
safety first, diba?
Yes, yes.
With mats and everything. And
Yes.
then once you got the move down, you can try it outside in grass.
Mhm.
And then the first time I tried it, my flip was like knee height.
Okay.
It's super low, right? Knee
Yeah, yeah,
height.
yeah. Knee height lang. Oh.
And horrible landing where my ankles would give in and stuff. Yeah, but um, because of that day, it was a shoot for Sony, or was it Canon? I forgot. Sorry, it was a long time ago. It was 2012. Yeah. Anyway, so it was my first time trying out the flip outside. Um, and then I sucked at it. And because of that, the next day I went to the gym to break down that front flip
Mhm.
and relearn it to be
Okay.
as good as a teammate of mine that time, because he had a perfect front flip that I wanted to try out.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And from then on, after rebuilding it, I'm one of the people, I guess, with the highest front flips in
Okay.
the Philippines.
Okay.
I'm actually known about my front flips,
I
not
see.
well, not just here, but like from other people from
Okay.
different countries know me about my front flip. Yeah,
Maybe we can put a video here showing you doing a front flip. There you go. That's
sure.
it. Yeah. When I was young and we'd go to a what do you call this? A play place. Alam mo yun, yung mga may inflatables.
Mm.
Yan. I'd rather do a backflip than a front flip.
Really?
Yeah, parang yung front flip natatakot ako. Mas takot ako ano bang tawag doon? Yung front na tumbling kesa yung back na tumbling. Yung may hand.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ewan ko, there's something about going face first or front first. so,
oh,
so,
well, it's kind of the opposite on how other people react, because I've asked a lot of people, they're a lot scared of the backflip because you can't see where you're going.
oh, okay, okay, sige. That must be weird,
Fun
no?
fact though, the backflip is the most basic flip you can learn
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
because it's the easiest one you can do in place standing without any momentum. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because when you do front flips, you can run and then jump to the front flip.
Yeah,
While a back flip, all you need to do is stand up and jump up.
yeah, yeah. Correct, correct, correct. Sige. What's your least favorite stunt? Something you'd never do in competition, but you can do.
Least favorite
Least favorite.
stunt. Uh,
Oh, made you
huh.
think, huh?
Yeah, made me think. I mean, there are a lot of things that scare me. Um, hmm. Backflips are scary to me, but when I compete, of course, I'd put in a backflip here and there.
yeah.
Yeah. What I'm afraid of right now are wall flips.
Wall flips. Okay.
So wall flips are kicking off the wall into a backflip,
Okay. Okay.
which is the highly most requested flip from me when I do TV commercials.
And you hate doing it.
There was um it's not like I hate doing it, but I'm scared of doing it
Okay. Okay.
because I already messed up once
Uh-huh.
and it's just difficult to do,
Okay.
especially if the surface of the wall is slippery. It
Mhm.
sucks.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
Well, I was saying that it's the most requested thing of me to do wall flips, and then there's this one time I had to do around 50 flips.
50. Wow.
Yeah, it was. We had to keep
Yeah.
retaking the same shot, and it
Yeah.
was a wall flip. So I had to do like 20 wall flips, then 20 front flips from the span of 5 hours.
Can you
Um,
tell me the commercial?
yeah, well, it was for Uniqlo.
Okay.
When was that aired? 2018, 2017.
It was aired in free
Ah,
TV or in the
yeah, it
internet?
was aired TV and on internet.
Okay. If there's a stunt that you'd rather not do, that would be the wall flip.
Yeah, that would be the wall flip.
Okay. 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 Where's the
Front
fair?
front flips, I would do any day.
Okay. Okay. What's your favorite place to practice or to do parkour? Because I've seen
Intramuros on the top of my mind.
really, really, really. Because
Yes.
I've seen your photos. For all of the listeners also that that's out there. Yolo and I belong to a community, and in that community, we are part of this photography club. And when he posts photos, it's like, whoa, where has he been? Like on top of buildings, flipping or jumping a gap so high. Like, and for you to say that Intramuros pala yung favorite mo, parang why? Why Intramuros?
One, it's very historical, and two, there's so much things you can do with it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
There's so
mm-hmm.
many gaps, and kung nakita mo yung Fort Santiago, ang daming cannons there you can just
Oh
jump
yeah, yeah,
on.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so many ledges, and then ramps.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's so much things you can do there.
But aren't the guards, you know, are, are they?
Well, yeah, most of the time when we practice or do parkour, syempre with the public eye, inisip nila delikado,
Yeah.
nakakatakot.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Most of the time they tell us to stop, go do that somewhere else.
mm-mm.
But we actually made a name for ourselves in Intramuros, particularly Fort Santiago, because we have our events there. Medyo short plug-in lang sa... My friend has this event. It's a charity event. It's called Hip Trust Movement,
Hip thrust. Okay.
where, yeah, where they do a parkour gathering in Intramuros. They secure a permit in Fort Santiago, and
Mm-hmm,
then they train there, and then they gain money
mm-hmm.
and donations, which they give to the street kids of Planeta.
All for a good cause while practicing
Yeah.
the art that you love. Galing, no?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so nice that Fort Santiago is able to give you that permit, no? Kasi all the while I thought Fort Santiago was really strict. Like, ako kasi,
Some parts, yes.
yeah, yun. Kasi I'm a wedding photographer, so one of the things na talagang pet peeve ko yung kailangan pang kumuha ng permits eh. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, it's good that they give out permits for parkour athletes, no?
Mm-hmm. We're very happy that the barangay or the police there uh, allow us to train and practice.
Yeah. Sige. Take us to your nastiest fall
My nastiest fall.
or injury doing this. This is not to scare people. I'm just really curious about the
Hmm.
injuries or the falls.
So there was this front flip I've done. It was a 4 or 5 meter gap. It was quite recent. I think it was just early last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a farmhouse of a friend of mine in somewhere further than Batangas. I keep forgetting the name of the place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was we just went there for a retreat, and then I just saw this gap. It was like 5 feet tall, and then the landing place is grass and hay,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But there's this fence
Mm-hmm.
which you need to get across, and then it was around 4 meters, 5 meters, around
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, so after the meeting and discussion, I was like, I have to hit this. I have to hit this while I'm here because it's so hard to find good parkour spots. I mean, um, Intramuros is one of my favorite places, but it's not really that accessible to me. It's quite
Mm-hmm.
far from our place.
Yes, yes.
Uh, and then it's not that easy to find these cool places to train.
Mm-hmm.
So when you find a spot, you just hit it.
Yeah.
But something which I skipped was warming up properly,
Mm-hmm.
checking the surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did front flip gap to the grass area, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think there would be a rock. Uh, so when I landed properly,
Mm-hmm.
but because of all that force, it's 4 meter
Yeah.
gap and about 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Of course, there's gonna be a lot of impact there.
Correct.
When I went for the roll, my shoulder hit on a rock.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then when I hit that rock, uh, I stood up. I know my roll form was like messed, and I was like, oh, something's not quite right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then I checked my movement, like, can I move my shoulder? But it's hurting like hell, and I
Mm-hmm.
could. So I was like, did I break something? Like, I wouldn't be able to move it if I broke something, right?
Yes.
And then, I'm fine, I'm fine. I went up, but there's this rush of blood to my head.
Okay.
I got myself up, got myself to the back to the room, and
Mm-hmm.
then when I sat down, I suddenly lost my vision.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Yeah, for a few seconds, and then I got back. Then my friends were like, "Oh, we have to take you to the hospital." And at first I was reluctant to. I should be fine, but when I lost my vision, I was like, "Okay, maybe I should really
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
go to the ER."
Mm-hmm.
And then they took me to the closest hospital possible. When I got there, they got me an X-ray and everything was fine. Everything was fine.
So what was the diagnosis?
Uh,
Was
um,
is it just shock that your
it
body
was just shock,
experienced? Yeah.
and I guess I sprained my shoulder. I
Mm-hmm.
had like a huge bruise,
Mm-hmm.
like for 2 weeks
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
after the injury, but nothing broken, no broken bone from the X-ray,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe I guess a small tear in my muscle, but
Mm-hmm.
I could move it, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't really that bad.
You can move it, but it's painful.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I kind of lost like strength on that right side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really lift heavy objects with my arm,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
that was pretty much it. Uh, so I just did the process of healing, resting, and then after a month or two, I went back to strengthening so I can get back my strength,
Yeah. You were
and now I
lucky.
can move again. Yeah.
You're so lucky. I remember my injury. Well, it's not in the shoulder, but it's in the ribs. Like I was playing basketball, and I cut into the lane, and then suddenly the center of the other team went after me, like boom, and then for about a second I could not move. I can't stand up. I couldn't move, and then like 4 or 5 seconds, and then I stood up. Then I was like, okay, okay, I'm okay. Then the next
Mhm.
play, I was about to reach the ball in the ground, and I was about to reach it for it. It's like, ow, I can't, I can't go down. So it's like, okay, sub. The next day, I cannot move. Like I was
Mhm.
just bedridden. So I had to go to the ER with a lot of help. Like there's my wife and our helper. They really literally carried me.
Mm.
And when the X-rays came, it was a bruised rib. So like I was bedridden for 2 weeks, I think. So
Oh man,
yeah. So in terms of
horrible.
injury, that was one of the worst for me. It was just a bruised rib. So I don't know. Ganun talaga.
Yeah, I guess
What's
another
Sige, go.
unlucky
Yeah.
thing that happened to me was I broke. Well, not broke. Uh, I got ankle sprain,
Mm-hmm.
like a really bad ankle sprain. If there was degrees to ankle sprain, this would be one of those heavier degrees of ankle sprain.
Okay.
Um, I was in Singapore
Mm-hmm.
um, because almost every year, except this year, there's this called Lion City Gathering, which is
Mm-hmm.
a parkour gathering in Singapore, which invites international athletes to come and join their festival of
Okay.
parkour. And then, so of course, it runs for 3 days, but of course, you'd go there earlier.
Yeah, of course, of
And
course.
yeah. So my first day there, it's also called day zero because that's when most athletes arrive and not yet the start of the
Competition.
festivities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get to roam around, try parkour, and visit different places. Um, yeah, with all these different athletes from different parts of the world, you kind of get hyped and stuff when they throw down at the gym. Then so I guess I lacked warm up. I mean, I did some warm up, but I
Again?
think I lacked it. Yeah, so this teaches you to properly warm up before you do anything. Yeah, and I did a move. It was what was it? It was a safety swing through cork. It's very technical,
Okay.
but it's basically going over a vault and then kicking your leg to a backflip while twisting.
Okay. Okay.
And well, the floors of their gym was so bouncy that I had more power than I usually would have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I over kicked myself and I landed on my ankle, my left ankle.
Okay.
So at day zero, I have injured my
Yeah.
ankle to the point where it's hard to even walk and could not even join most of the festivities during my entire stay there. And
So
because it was a yearly thing,
lesson learned.
ever, yeah,
Lesson learned. You have to warm up.
yes, truly, you need to warm up.
So you
A
missed
lot.
the festivities entirely. Like you weren't able to participate in any of it.
I wasn't able. I was just an audience. I just watched everyone jump, which is the most annoying thing you could do to yourself because
Yeah.
everyone's throwing down.
Yeah.
Then my friends from that I've made from the previous gatherings
Mm-hmm.
because it was a yearly thing. It was the only time that I get to meet up with them again. And then day one, they see me and then limping with well, not casted. It was
Bandaged.
bandaged
Yeah.
ankle, and then they just look at me and laugh and congratulate me for doing classic day zero antics. Yeah, it's a thing. A
Uh,
lot of people get injured.
very giddy people. Can't wait
Yep,
for the festivities to start before trying out stuff.
and I'm one of them.
Okay. Well, it's something to tell your kids.
Hmm.
Sige. What's the biggest moment of your career?
I think the biggest moment in my career so far, I guess, was from the TVC, Uniqlo.
Oh, okay.
Um, because usually I'd get into commercials. I've done McDonald's and Happy TV, if you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So these commercials, I'm introduced as just an extra
Okay.
or nameless person in the commercial.
Yeah.
But in Uniqlo, it was It's an entire campaign.
Mm-hmm.
They had this contest, Instagram contest, where you nominate your personal hero.
Okay.
And thankfully, my girlfriend, thank you to her, Lian Lim. Thank you so much for nominating me to that Instagram contest to who their future hero would be,
Mm-hmm.
and I got accepted into Uniqlo
Nice.
to represent as a parkour athlete in their campaign.
Yeah.
I think their campaign was called "The Future Is Here."
Yep. Our
So yeah,
future is here.
yeah. I even had a billboard in Glorieta 5, was it, for
Mm-hmm.
their flagship store.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was unbelievable experience. I couldn't believe it
Mm-hmm.
myself, like until now.
Oh,
When they
I'm.
called me up,
Mm-hmm.
it was ridiculous. I didn't even believe. I thought it was a prank call or something. And I was like unbelievably happy that I got accepted.
Yeah, I'm
But
looking
yeah,
at your photos. There's this one in the wall flip, and I could sense why they have to let you do it 20, 30, 50 times just to get a shot. This is a nice
yep.
shot. I'll post it here. Yeah, that's it. So how was the
Of course,
Uniqlo campaign? Like, what's the
it's
experience
one.
like?
It was one of the best experiences I've had.
Mm-hmm.
It was very. They were very professional.
Mm-hmm.
From start to finish, they called me up. They sent over the contract. They walked me through what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, until the TVC, and then the whole opening with the flagship store where we were all introduced in this press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we even got to see the CEO of Uniqlo in
Philippines.
the world,
Oh, in the world.
in
Oh,
Japan.
he was
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
He was
okay.
here. He was here. It was amazing, and we got to drink
This
sake.
Uniqlo store is in BGC.
No, this Uniqlo store is in Glorieta,
Glorieta, oh, 5. Glorieta 5?
the flagship. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
But there is in BGC.
Mm-hmm,
And the
mm-hmm,
TVC, my scene was in BGC.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I can
Um,
see that.
it was fun to meet the other heroes, and getting lined up next to people like Atom Arulo
Mm-hmm,
and Pia Wershbach.
mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
was crazy. Funny thing, during the press conference, I asked around because it was just a small introduction.
Mm-hmm.
So we were gonna be introduced one by one as we line up on stage. And then I asked the manager of Uniqlo Philippines if, huh, so we just bowed down to the audience. Can I do a flip on the stage? And then she was like, I'll get back to you on that. And then I also met up with the art director for the whole campaign, who was Japanese, by the way.
I see.
And I also asked him what was his opinion. He was like, "Oh, you should go do that. Surprise all these Japanese people."
Did you do
Because
it?
we had a lot of Japanese people from Uniqlo that was part of the whole uh, event,
Mm-hmm.
and so everyone from the nominated heroes were goading me to do it. I was like, of the press conference or
Yeah.
the TVC?
Well,
The press conference. My uncle took a video of it. I could send you that one.
all right.
But the TVC, it's on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, I
Yeah,
think.
it's all
Yeah.
over. It's all over.
Yeah.
That's nice. I have a celebrity here.
I wouldn't call it celebrity. I was just lucky. Contest winner, most likely.
Well, they won't pick you for, for no other reason, but you're, yeah, you're a hero for other people, right? So that says something
I'm just
about,
happy to be a hero to my
yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah. Sige. What's the most dangerous place you've ever done parkour?
Huh. Okay, so aside from parkour, I am a photographer, and one
Mm-hmm.
of the favorite things I like to do is urban exploration
Yeah.
and rooftoping. So I like taking shots of cityscapes from rooftops. And there's this one rooftop in Makati. I won't say what building that was. There's this gap that was around 4 feet, and I was like, "Huh, I could jump this. If I miss it,
You're
well,
dead.
okay, let's just not think about missing it." But I was like, I have to do it. Like I believe I can do it. I've trained long enough
Mm-hmm.
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me when I say I'm afraid of heights. A lot of people don't believe me. This was
Mm-hmm.
my profile photo is I'm lying on a fucking building and
Yes,
all,
yes.
but I am afraid of heights,
Mm-hmm.
and I've took up climbing buildings as a form of way to face my fears.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They say the way to face your fears is to live in it. So I
Yeah.
have,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I'm still I'm still
The
afraid
fear.
until now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think the view is worth
Mm-hmm.
going up places like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see.
And yeah, by facing my fears, I have done that. So I flipped over that gap, and it was an exhilarating experience. I did it 3 times that day, but yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff.
Was that the photo that you submitted in our group? Or no?
No, no,
That
no.
was a
That's
different
actually
thing.
a photo of my friend, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, that was on CCP actually.
Okay.
We had a permit for that one.
Okay. Okay. But for the
One of the
Makati
fun
building,
things
no.
of no, no, no.
Uh,
Wait. I had a permit for that one because I had a permit for the building. I also do real estate photos or
okay.
architectural photos if you guys need.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, after on break on my job, I do a little bit of scouting
Yeah.
and picture here and there.
Sige.
Perks of the
So,
job.
yes, perks of the job, very dangerous,
Um,
but yeah, if you've trained for it, I think yeah, everything's going to
I
be
think
fine when you
one of
train.
the scariest thing that I've done, which it's been years now, so I don't think anyone can chase me for it. But I
Mm.
have been on top of Guadalupe Bridge.
Guadalupe Bridge, like in EDSA.
Yes,
How did
I
you
was in
even?
college and I was doing a thesis on urban exploration. So
Mhm.
I hit up all the buildings I can do, and that was one of them.
Oh
So
my god!
we just took photos, everything. Yep,
Like, how did
went
you
up.
get up there?
Um,
Through the
Parkour.
MRT? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
through the MRT.
Through the MRT.
Through
Okay.
the MRT. Yes, going down was fun and a
Why?
service to the bridge
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
because you slide down
Yeah.
and because you slide down through the bridge arc, you're kind of cleaning it with your butt.
Oh, yes, yes, because it's the arc, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
trust me, when it was such a scary experience to me, because how thick the bridge was, it wasn't really that thick.
Really,
I'd
really.
say it was about um 3 feet thick
The
or
width,
four.
the width is a three
Yeah, the width,
feet.
the width, the width. Uh-huh.
So that's
Like if you
yeah,
put yourself and another person standing side by side,
mhm.
you'd barely fit.
Yeah, yeah. Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Wha- I'm curious why no other people have seen you.
Yeah. We have our ways. There was actually five of us that time.
Oh, I
So
see. I see. Okay. So, because whenever you see someone on top of a structure that is not supposed to be there, that's automatic news, man. Especially here in our
um,
country. So, wow, you got balls, man. Do
well,
you have?
trust me, I was dreading about it for 2 weeks. When my friend said had that idea, I was like, "Are you sure I can do that?" Like me. He was like, "Yeah, of course you could." And yeah, we did. And truth
May-
enough, I had nothing to be scared of.
okay. Maybe you got photos there that you can send me of your
Yeah, I
expedition
have.
and
I
yeah,
have.
but
I have.
yeah, we won't show it here because you might be incriminated. No, Joke lang. Sige. What do you usually wear when you're doing parkour? Is there a certain gear,
For
certain
us, it's anything you're comfortable with.
Okay, okay, okay.
So me, I just wear. Technically, I wear Uniqlo actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sponsored.
Just because they have jeans that are stretchable
Yeah, yeah.
and fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
The main reason why I also support Uniqlo is form and function. Those are things
Yeah,
that I believe in.
that's correct.
Stretchy pants are the best thing
Yes,
invented in the world.
yes, yes. You are right, my friend. So you're sponsored by Uniqlo right now, no?
Yes.
Yes, nice.
Well, during that year of the
Oh,
campaign, I was
okay,
sponsored
okay,
with them.
okay. Nice, nice, nice. Sige. But how about the footwear? Like, is there something special? Like, do you need to
Footwear.
do something on the soles of your shoes?
Um, well, there's one thing we do, which is grip check, where we actually how do you call this? Wipe the soles of our shoes before you do any kind of jump
Okay,
or any sketchy walks that you're gonna do. Because
okay.
when dust accumulates on your soles,
Mm,
that's when your shoes become slippery.
slippery.
So you
Yeah,
gotta wipe that off, wipe that dust off,
I see. Okay.
and don't touch your face after.
Especially now because of
Yeah.
COVID. So, what do you do now? I mean, how do you stay in shape? Right, we're in quarantine right now.
So right now I try and do conditioning. I wish our gym was open, but
Yeah, yeah.
safety protocols. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you're familiar with calisthenics, which is
Yeah.
body weight training, that's
Yes.
pretty much
Yes.
what I do at home.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of push-ups, core training.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a way to install a pull-up bar in my house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
There's a pull-up bar
hmm,
in Decathlon, I think. That's cheap.
not really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If
Is
uh,
it wall mounted?
I, I'll talk to you about it off air.
Okay.
Okay.
And then other things. I actually bought 10 liters of water on our conveni,
Okay.
and I filled that up after drinking the water. I filled that up with normal water,
Oh
and I
yeah,
used that
yeah.
for
For
bicep curls
weights.
and stuff.
Okay. So anything to just to keep the body conditioned, right?
hmm And trust me, we have a lot of time right now.
Yes, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Ako naman, actually, uh, I have a bad back. Like, I
Oh,
really can't,
really?
yeah, I really can't jump and all. So, what I do is every day, well, today's my ninth day of doing it. I just walk on our basketball court for like 45 minutes. Just walk. Just
Mm.
so that I could have, exercise. So, yeah,
It's good. Yeah.
anything to keep the body condition, no?
Try
Yeah.
walking up the fire escape from ground to top floor.
No, no, I won't do that, man. I won't do that. Baka pagdating ko sa taas, himatayin na ako. Sige.
Well, actually, with parkour, as I was saying, that the body is a tool.
Yeah.
A lot of people, why people feel like they can't do these things like jumping, and what I do is natural movement and how our bodies are designed to be
Mhm.
able to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, so like if I tell you, can you do a 10 feet jump? Would you say yes?
Me right now, no.
Yes, you're like me right now.
No.
But the thing is, your body is designed to
To
do
do
it.
it, yeah.
Yeah. But because of technology and advancements, which I have nothing against,
Yeah.
since I love gaming and all,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it also made life so convenient that where we don't even have to hunt or cook our own meals. We can
Yeah.
call Food Panda and then
Yes. Yes.
have
Yes.
our meals delivered to us.
Mhm. Mhm.
And what do we do all day with work? We sit in front of a computer, right?
Yeah.
So we're mentally and physically conditioned to sit down, sleep, sit down, and sleep. That's pretty much what we do. We don't really walk that much anymore,
Yeah.
especially with the whole COVID situation.
Mhm.
That's why we aren't able to do these natural things.
Yeah.
So these
Yeah.
flips and everything are all humanly possible. I mean, I could do them, and I had no background in sports, right? It's
Yeah.
all about training for it and mindset.
And when you think about it, human evolution, like our ancestors, their bodies were really designed to hunt, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you're correct with the technology and all that stuff. Well, yeah, I do hope that a lot of people would see this also and try to get out of their comfy little couches and watching
Mm-hmm.
Netflix and just go out and you know try to explore. What if there was no COVID? So take it off. Take out COVID. What would parkour be 5 years from now here in the Philippines?
Here in the Philippines, well, for me, it would be booming
Booming. Okay.
because yes, we've been actively trying to revive our groups,
Mm-hmm.
and to be fair, the big groups PPFA and PKPH, those two didn't really get along
Mm-hmm.
for how many years? By the way, parkour started in the Philippines around 2005.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 2005.
So it's been long, and people call me OG, but I'm like quite young since I started like late 2011 or
Yeah.
early 2012.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are there
but
still
yeah,
people in your team that started like 2005?
yes.
Oh, okay. Those are
True
those are
OGs.
those are the real OGs.
Uh-huh. And well, so we've been divided for so long, but since 2015,
Mm-hmm.
we've made great strides and made this Philippine parkour community, and
Mm-hmm.
we're more together than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so we've been planning on making more events,
Mm-hmm.
more local competitions. Then now, as I get older, I have more connections with people and in these brands. They're noticing us. I mean, Uniqlo noticed
Yeah.
me, and I've
Yeah.
done a couple stints. I've been what's this? A stunt double for Marian Rivera. I've also done a TVC for McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. You became a stunt
And
double for Marian Rivera? You?
yes.
Okay.
Funny fact, I had to wear her wardrobe, including the bra,
Yeah.
for an entire day.
Oh my god. Well,
Ridiculous, but
I
yeah.
guess there's room for it. Like me just finally taking a closer look at what parkour is, and hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hopefully, as parkour gets mainstream.
Uh-huh. And there's also this rise of OCR.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
there's like pretty big, pretty huge obstacles. This
Yes,
big,
yes.
big
I
gym in
Yes, in
where's that
BGC. It's
BGC?
in
I,
SM
I
Mall.
actually haven't gone, which I
Oh,
want to
really?
go.
No, you should go. You
Yeah,
should go, bro.
yeah,
I,
I should
I
go.
actually, the I interviewed one of the head coaches of Filipinas
Oh,
OCR.
really?
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah,
Then there's also a strive in parkour. There's two parkour gyms right now, Ninja Academy and also Muscle Up Parkour in QC. They're both in QC.
okay, okay,
So yeah, way back when I started out, we didn't even think that we could establish a gym in the
yeah,
Philippines, and now we have gyms popping out.
mm-hmm,
Then we have interest from different brands.
mm-hmm,
So hopefully in the future there's more,
yeah,
and we can do things for people like those kids in Luneta.
yeah,
We have JP
yeah,
doing better things with their lives.
yeah, correct. And
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe also that parkour is something that Filipinos can excel at because you really don't need height that much. It's all you need is skill. I mean, the field is leveled when it comes to parkour. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep,
Yeah,
pretty much. It's
yeah,
we all go through the same courses and stuff.
correct.
And then I mean, our European counterparts have genetics that they're taller, bigger, and stuff. But I have seen smaller Asian guys do the same jumps
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
of those unbelievable 15 feet gaps, and they
Mm-hmm.
can do that. So
Yeah.
I guess we can do the same.
Yeah. Yeah. That's correct. Well, this is hoping that parkour would really boom here in the Philippines in 5 years' time and beyond.
Hmm.
Right. Sige.
Here's
As
to
a
the
parting
future.
as a as a parting shot, what would you tell a person who is interested in parkour?
Parting shot. Well, if you ever want to learn parkour, just look up our Facebook group in Facebook, Philippine Parkour Freeriding Association,
Mm-hmm.
or you can personally message me at my Instagram, Yolo Marcelo,
Yes.
and also just go out there and do something and move because that's what your body was born for.
Mm-hmm.
A motto we have in parkour, which is be strong to be useful.
Be strong to be useful.
Um, Parkour is a French term. So how do you say it in French? Et très fort et un utile. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's the whole motto of parkour. Be strong
Yes.
to be useful.
Be strong to be useful. Such wise words from Mr. Yolo right here. Again, I'd like to thank you, Yolo, for taking time and talking about parkour. I know it's something that you really love, and really really honored that you'd be able to our podcast would be able to reach other people who are probably interested, or just to bring consciousness to them that parkour is here and that parkour is here to stay.
Mhm.
Right. Sige, Yolo, thank
Thank
you
you,
so much
everyone.
again. So, guys, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
See you guys.